Before we begin, I'm going to put a quick disclaimer. This video contains mild blood, body horror, and spoilers for pretty much the entirety of the Mandela Catalogue. If any of this makes you uncomfortable, please click off now. I'm going to assume that anyone watching this video already has some idea of what the Mandela Catalogue is, unless you were randomly recommended this by the YouTube algorithm, in which case welcome. But to give a general summary, the Mandela Catalogue is a YouTube analog horror series by Alex Kister that follows several characters trying to survive in a world where monsters known as alternates are trying to kill and replace them. I've had this video idea for a long time now, and if you've followed any of my channels to some capacity, you'll know that I love to catify my favorite shows. Vox Meowkina. After recently finding the MCCAU by Fritz Ford Focus on YouTube, go check them out, their AU and art is amazing, I decided to finally make a full video of my own AU that I've been cooking up for about a year now. I am going to say now, I'm only going to be doing the main four, plus Intruder and Alt Gabriel in this video. If you want me to do a part 2 with other characters, let me know in the comments. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's get on to what you all came here for. Starting off with Adam. His design was one of the easier ones, since I already knew what I wanted. In his normal form, he looks small and scrawny, and in his alternate form, he looks to be almost starving. The alternate design is also roughly based off of that one clip from the Mandela Catalyst, where the big shadow creature is standing in Evelyn's doorway. In his normal form, Adam's fur is very messy and unkempt, and in his alternate form it's exacerbated tenfold. In my mind, this fits his character very well, and this also adds a level of creepiness to both designs. I also gave alternate Adam a big smile to make his design that much more unnerving. I also tried my best to give Adam his signature fluffy hair because, come on, how could I not? Watching this, you can tell I've never really drawn horror before, but I'm giving it my all, and I think I've gotten a lot better at it because of these designs.
Remember me, right? I'm not only there at night. You seem a little nervous in your head. It's like a creepy circus. Are you ready for the show?
Once I started coloring the design, I wanted to mix elements of his physical appearance and canon with an apple fade, because, you know. So a lot of his design is based off of apple dust designs I've seen from several maps. I have this idea that Adam's eyes look different and slightly uncanny compared to everyone else. I tried to make them look sort of foggy and haunted to give this, you know, uncanny appearance. I wanted to add the silhouette of an apple on his chest to go with the theme, but this part of the design was just fighting me so much, and I couldn't figure out how to make it look right. I'm going to explain this now, because this is going to become obvious through all of my alternate designs. I have a headcanon that in this AU, alternates are more washed out / desaturated in color palette and design, since they don't really possess the same life and liveliness that a normal cat does. I feel like for Adam specifically, having the lines be more sketchy and uneven fits him very well, especially later in the series.
I'm here. I control you, just as in a game. But don't try to fight me back. You can't break me,
And that's the first design done.
and you shall see.
I feel like this was a good warm-up to help me get comfortable with drawing these characters. Now, on to our second cat, Jonah! For this design, I couldn't decide if I wanted to go with his more laid-back personality or his more on-edge demeanor in the show. So I tried to do a mix of both. I forgot to mention this with the last design, but I have a goal with this project to make every single alternate design unique, so I can try out as many styles as possible. My explanation for this design is, I thought a big open mouth and small ears with black void eyes would look unnerving, and I was right.
Entirely human, it would be so kind if you could open the door and let me inside. You're asking a whole lot of questions. Is it the way that I'm dressed up? Is it the number of eyes? I knew it was something. I'll come back with a new disguise. Take another face and make it mine. Making a replacement of your kind. Another picture creature, an instant line. Look behind you. Oh, you saw right through me, didn't you? Your senses are screaming, this isn't a human. Well, I'm getting better, and sooner or later you'll open the door. See my name on the list? Right. Everything checks out. Let me inside. Gonna make a little call? Why? There's nobody.
Hello?
Fuck. I really need to get into the building. Don't wanna wait anymore. Everyone out here is dying to get in, so if you could open the door. I really need to get into the building. Don't wanna wait anymore. Everyone out here is dying to get in, so if you could open the door.
Hey there. Hi. Have you ever thought of quitting? Sorry about that. Let's just start from the beginning. Here's my card and my form. Why was I outside the building? Oh yeah, I was at my job making a killing. It's kind of silly to focus all on my voice and shape. Call me the tenant from heaven, cause I'm a patron saint. I've been so nice and so kind to my neighbors. Now if you could do me this one damn favor. My, you got a lot of questions, but I guess it won't mind. I'm kind of in a rush and it's a waste of time to ask me things over and over to see if I slip up. Just open the door first. I just think that we should reach out with a helping hand. Doppelgangers all around, why all the reprimand? Nowadays, everybody running while I still can. Meanwhile, I'm working harder than the milkman. See my name on the list? Right. Everything checks out? Let me inside. Gonna make a little call. Why? There's nobody. Hello? Fuck.
I really need to get into the building. Don't wanna wait anymore. Everyone out here is dying.
Jonah and Alt Jonah's designs are honestly polar opposites of each other. The regular design is very fluid and looking around, while the alternate design is just staring, watching, waiting.
Your doorstep, and only you can prevent what's in store. Now, to identify an imposter, all you have to do.
Fuck that.
I'ma switch up the vision to mission to trip up the vision condition is slipping every time I get a little closer to winning. You're starting to doubt the shape of my mouth to figure you out. I'll get another face and come back around.
And listen, another couple tries, you'll be defenseless. Fall for my life, can't comprehend this. So call for backup, I'll come back, you let me in. Watch the
Jonah's design is also mainly based off of his canon design, but it's also partially inspired by quail and other birds.
good. Really?
Finally! Fuck! I really need to get into the building. Don't wanna wait anymore. Everyone out here is dying to get in, so if you could open the door. I really need to get into the building. Don't wanna wait anymore. Everyone out here is dying to get in, so if you could open the door. I really need to get into the building. Don't wanna wait anymore. Everyone out here is dying to get in, so if you could open the door. I really need to get into the building.
And that's the end of the second design. Honestly, this design is very simple and straight to the point. I will say Alt Jonah's design is one of my new favorites, and I really want to draw more art of it. I had a lot of ideas for Mark's design. I tried to fit in his anxious and paranoid vibe from Volume 1, and I also wanted to add a few hints here and there. As for his alternate form, I was partially inspired by a few alt-Mark designs on Tumblr. Yeah, plus I thought it would be fitting for him to just, not have a face. Initially, when I was making the design, I wanted to add like a rosary or something, but I'm not Catholic, I know nothing about Catholicism, so I didn't really want to dip my toes into that too far, so I decided a broken halo would be also just as fitting. Another thing that I did when I was making this was I made a deal with myself that I wanted to make each design unique. Because I have a bad habit with making designs look almost identical to each other, so I wanted to break out of that and do something different.
Come in. Come in.
I can make the lights go out. I can make the wooden boards go rat-tat-tat. I can make the world seem slower. Tickle your nose, and after that, I can make your teeth fall out. I can make you go blind as a bat. I can make you feel dizzy. Fall asleep and I'll feed you to my cat.
And that's the Mark design. Not a lot to say that I haven't already said, other than I loved this design, and hopefully I will get to use it more, because I think it's really pretty. Also, I really liked drawing the no face. That was really fun.
There is a legend born long ago about a wicked man.
The interesting thing about Caesar's design is I decided to make him a tuxedo cat because, duh. But his alternate design is also based off of this one image from Volume 1, which should be expected. I was originally going to give him a long flowing tail, but then I decided the bobcat tail just fit him better. I also like the faceless look with just one eye staring at you from the corner of your room, because that is cool to me. I also decided to add a bow tie collar, because silly.
Like you just playing a game. That's when the wicked man led us astray without a warning. Our lives have been rearranged. As for our story, the story's not over yet. There's still one secret left to be said. Tonight when you are safely tucked into your bed, close all the doors that you want. We're already in your head. This world's a scary place where now monsters just chase bigger heads for grabbing a hold. We were lost to foul play, but we got an upgrade. Lots more teeth for eating you whole. Here comes another chapter. Your heart is beating faster, 'cause you're the one we're after. The nights and bright explore. Thank you for bringing us home.
And that's Caesar done. Again, I don't really have anything to say about this one. I really like this design, but not really as much as the others. I'm considering redoing it because there's some elements that I think I could do better. But yeah, anyway, on to the next cat. Now, The Intruder is another one of those designs where I just have this very specific image of him, but I don't think I fully got that image across because by this point my chronic illness was, chronic illnessing. So I was just trying to get this drawing done without being in too much pain. So yeah, I feel like I'm going to remake this design as well because it doesn't fully fit the image that I'm imagining of him, but it's as close as I can get at the moment. Overall, I'm very proud of this design. I really like how it turned out. I just feel like I could do it better later. But that's a future me problem. Anyways, on to the final cat. For this design, I also wanted to make him look really scraggly and unkempt. And I feel like I really got that point across, especially with the wings and the feathers going in every other direction. Also, just the broken halo is a callback and, like, showing that he is not a pure angel and that he is corrupted and wrong.
Not be afraid, your savior has arrived. Rejoice, hear the word of the angel in disguise. I know what makes you human, I know the things you dread. I'll whisper the deception, planting thoughts inside your head. The ancient pretender from whom you can't hide, the hand guiding history to ruin mankind. Try to escape what you fear deep inside. Run while you can, feel the pain behind your eyes. A new tradition, leading the world by the hand. Follow my word till the God and bliss, forgotten and buried in sin. Not be afraid, rejoice. Because your world's been overthrown, retreat to your homes and die alone. Fate unfortunate, your life's been replaced with an alternate.
And that's the last one done! Overall, I think this design looks really good, and I am very proud of how it turned out. And I definitely am going to use this in future projects. Anyways, if you've made it to the end of the video, thank you so much, first of all. And second of all, I really need your guys' help to help me figure out what project to do next in this series. I'm considering doing angel hair or Greylock, but I feel like you guys would have much better suggestions, so if you have any ideas, leave them in the comments. If you liked this video, consider subscribing because I will be making a lot more of this content. Not just catified stuff, but also Mandela Catalogue, analog horror, everything in between. So if you are interested in that, please consider subscribing. Anyways, thank you for watching. Consider subscribing. Anyways, bye!